4 US gymnasts gave emotional testimony to Congress on Wednesday, describing the abuse they suffered at the hands of USA gymnastics doctor Larry Nassar. They blamed FBI officials for failing to investigate him. Their testimony, led by Olympic superstar Simone Biles, follows a damning Justice Department report into how the FBI handled the Nassar allegations. He was jailed in 2018. Nomia Iqbal has more.
The world witnessed her mental struggles at the Tokyo Olympics. Today, Simone Biles spoke about exactly what had impacted her.
I don't want another young gymnast, Olympic athlete, or any individual to experience the horror that I and hundreds of others have endured.
The most successful gymnast of all time, she recalled the abuse she suffered at the hands of her former coach.
To be clear, I blame Larry Nassar, and I also blame an entire system that enabled and perpetrated his abuse.
Simone Biles and 3 of her former teammates appeared in front of the Senate Judiciary Committee to testify about the abuse they suffered at the hands of Nassar. He's serving a life sentence in jail for sexually abusing hundreds of girls. An investigation into how the FBI handled the case has already catalogued failures and lies told by agents, none of whom has been prosecuted. McKayla Maroney was one of the first to report abuse in July 2015.
I answered all of their questions honestly and clearly, and I disclosed all of my molestations I had endured by Nassar to them in extreme detail.
She said she felt even when she had finally spoken out, her concerns were being dismissed.
I began crying at the memory over the phone, and there was just dead silence. I was so shocked at the agent's silence and disregard for my trauma. After that minute of silence, he asked, "Is that all?"
It would be more than a year before the FBI investigated the allegations, allowing Nassar to continue his contact with children. Today, the FBI director, who took the top agency job after the case was reported, said sorry.
And I'm especially sorry that there were people at the FBI who had their own chance to stop this monster back in 2015 and failed. And that is inexcusable. It never should have happened, and we're doing everything in our power to make sure it never happens again.
A report by the Department of Justice found 2 FBI officials lied during interviews to cover up their errors. The FBI says one of those officials was fired last week. This hearing is the first public questioning of the case, but also one of the last opportunities for the athletes to get justice. They have called on the committee to ensure those who mishandle the case will be held accountable. Nomia Iqbal, BBC News, Washington.